How's it going? It's a great day here. The sun is shining. There's like no breeze. The high is gonna be about 30, 32 degrees, and so things are gonna start melting a little bit. I'm just turning the water on. We're about to start feeding the cattle, and in a little bit we gotta head over to our north lot, and we got a little bit of a crisis going on over there. Just a bunch of frozen poo that's building up, and we gotta chip that out of there, get it out of the way of the water tank. And then I'll be walking around our new tractor that we just got. Hey lady. So stay tuned for a great video. I just got asked a little bit ago how we control our mice and our rats, and I've never talked about this, but last winter we started seeing a lot of rats on our farm, and I hate them. They're gross. And so I took it upon myself to destroy every single one of them. And so we started buying rat poison, and we have a dog, if you haven't been around the channel, and so I didn't want her to get into the rat poison. So I started making a bunch of things like this that the rats could crawl into. You can see there's poison in there, some are 8 down. And so I made about 6 or 7 of these, placed them around the farm, placed them where the infestations were heavy. And that's how we've been controlling our rats and our mice. And we always see them laying around. Luckily, Ellie doesn't mess with them once they're dead, which they could have some of the poison still in them and maybe on their mouths, but Ellie doesn't touch those, luckily. To explain how bad of a rat infestation we had, last summer I fed about 30 to 40 pounds of rat poison. And I don't know how much they eat, each one of them, but I think that was quite a bit. One of our friends said one summer he fed about 100 pounds of rat poison. But in the comments below, let me know how you guys control your mouse and rat issues. So if you haven't noticed, got some new boots on today. Look at these things. I'm pretty happy with these Ariat boots. They're they got a composite toe. They're waterproof. I feel like I'm walking on marshmallows. It's crazy how comfortable these things are. But I've had a few people ask me what boot I wear or where I get them from. And like I said, these are from Ariat, and the link is below if you want to check them out. This water tank that I just shut off is where our problem is. The poo is piled up and frozen about the height of the water tank, so it's almost 2 foot high, and I'm probably gonna get some nasty comments about us taking poor care of our cattle. But what happened here is, well, I was home 2 weeks ago, and this was perfectly clean. It was warm enough we could get it all out of here. But last week, the lows were in the like -10, and the high was about 10. Above, and so every time they'd come over here and poop, it would freeze and they'd tromp it in. It's gonna be warm enough that we can chip it out. And so since we're about done with feeding, we just got the bred heifers that are standing over there patiently waiting to feed, and then I'm gonna come out here with the bobcat with the bucket and the forks. I'm thinking the pallet forks are what we're gonna need to dive in here and chip it up and haul it away. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna have to just drive the tractor up on here and pound at it. And hopefully it's not terribly frozen. We're getting into February now, and there's a lot of winter left, and we're gonna have to get rid of this, otherwise it's gonna be piling up over top of the water tank. And you can see the water tank has a lot of ice in it too, which just shows you how cold it's been. Gosh dang it, cold. Every time. That's actually working really good. Everything's pretty much chipped up, and I kept tearing it up. It's probably a little hard on the forks, but you got to do what you got to do. Now I'm gonna put the bucket on, carry this out, put it on that pile over there, and then see if I need to chip more out. Getting about halfway done, then the skid loader started beeping at me, saying it was almost out of fuel. So now I gotta leave and come back. Laziness is a skill. All right, girls, quit pooping over here. It's a lot of hard work. Ellie, do you want to talk about the new tractor? Yeah? Well, Ellie's pretty excited about it, and so am I. So we're going to talk about this awesome new tractor that we just got. Ho ho, look at that. An 8R. We've been wanting one of these for a while now. We've had 7Rs, we even have a 9230 now, and so it just makes sense to have an 8R. We wanted something with more weight and more horsepower. It's gonna take over the roles of our 7215R, which we still have. So this will be planting. It might be running the grain cart, and those will be its biggest two jobs. And if we get in a pinch and the 9230 is down or something, we can do tillage with this tractor as well. Might be wondering, what tractor did we get rid of, or did we get rid of any tractors? And unfortunately we did, because tractors are expensive and we don't need an 8th tractor. And so we ended up trading in the 7530. And so basically we're replacing a lower horsepower tractor with a higher horsepower tractor. And so our 7215 will take over jobs that our 7530 was doing. And so that 7R will be baling, it will be fertilizing, has a lot of jobs, rolling. It's hooked up to the bale processor right now. And I mean, oh, and drilling. And so it'll be nice having more horsepower on that drill, because the 7530 was, you felt it back there, that's for sure. And so we're gonna hop in here, start her up. So we're up in the cab of the 8285R. One thing that's new to me is that it's got the IVT transmission, and none of our other tractors have this. And I haven't run one very much. I actually have a job up in Brookings when I'm not in class, and so there's one tractor there that does have the IVT transmission, and so I'm more used to it than my dad is, but it's fairly simple. With this, you just set the speed that you want to go, and it's basically as simple as that. It's got 4 hydraulics. It's got a PTO, which is awesome. You know, you pretty much need one of those when you're running a grain cart on it. If we would have gotten an 8R that was 1 year newer, it would have had the 4600, which would have been nice, but it also would have had DEF, and a lot of people don't like that. But let's back it out of the shed here and take it for a spin. Whew. And also the tires that came with it, giant lugs. Man, they're like brand new tires, which is really nice. It is a used tractor. The nice thing about this tractor is it was leased, and all it did was plant. And so it's really nice that it wasn't their tillage tractor and it wasn't getting beat up. All it did was plant, which is a pretty easy job for a tractor, personally, I think, because you don't have it wide open the whole time, and it's just, you know, going back and forth in the field at a slow speed. And so we think we got a really good buy with this thing, since it was leased, And you know, sometimes people sell a tractor when they're getting worried that it's getting to the end of its life, but it was just the end of the lease. Here in the back, we got a 3-point. It's ready to be hooked up to our planter. Like I said, we got 4 hydraulics, PTO, nice clevis. So yeah, there she is. We got an 82, 85R, and it's nice that'll have more weight, more horsepower, so hopefully we'll be able to pull out of them wet spots. But thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, which is in the link below. Have a good one. See you next time.